Alright everyone, welcome back to Mystery of the Druids. Yeah, turns out naturally there is a guide for this game and I was able to find it fairly shortly. However, I can't get too mad at the game because I kind of walked past the solution. Now, not all of the solutions, some of this puzzle is absolutely fucking stupid, but this bit does at least make some degree of sense. If I just take any old amount of ethanol and put it in a flask with some apple juice, I'm going to fucking kill that homeless guy. So, theoretically, if I wanted to make sure I was doing this correctly, I'd want to talk to someone of the scientific persuasion in order to make sure I was, doing the right thing. So, if I go and have a quick word with this chap over here... Sup, motherfucker?
Well, Halligan, how'd you get on at the museum? What did Professor Turner say?
We've already had this conversation. There we go. We can talk about the flasks.
Something I wanted to ask you, Chris. What do those flasks contain?
Oh, you mean those on the shelves? They contain all sorts of different chemicals I need for my work. Indicator solutions, alcohol, things like that.
Ah, now you see, alcohol. That does interest me.
You've got a great job, Chris. Masses of alcohol and everything legal.
Nonsense, Halligan. Do you think we spend all day getting drunk with medical alcohol? Why don't you just try this stuff?
I mean, you suggested it, sure.
Sure, no problem.
Are you alright, man? Have you got rickets? Or at least your shirt does. And why is that beaker so heavily pixelated? Am I not supposed to know what the contents are? Is it verboten? Yeah, let me just sit here and drink some fucking medical grade alcohol. I'm sure this is not going to have any kind of negative outcome. He's trying to fucking kill me.
Go ahead, try it. You won't get one of these so often.
All right, here we go. Cheers.
And...
To your health, Brent. An interesting aroma.
Isn't it? Brent, aren't you feeling very well? Brent, are you sure you're okay?
I'm scared. I need an adult. Oh, thank God my trousers are still on. Well, there's someone apparently waxed the floor while I was unconscious. And they did underneath me as well, that's impressive. Fucking hell, how drunk did I get?
Damn it. You could knock someone out cold with this kind of stuff, Chris. Chris?
He did. That was kind of the fucking point, you idiot. Oh my God. Well, I just got shit-faced drunk and probably did some small amount of damage to my internal organs through doing that. Now you might wonder, okay, how did that help me? Well, I clearly survived. Thus, I now need to figure out precisely which bottle he used. Now, to do so, I have... fingerprint powder.
Look what we've got here. This is the bottle Chris took.
Now, I just want to take a moment. We dusted off these bottles so we could take a fingerprint. We dusted these bottles. We removed a source of indelible fingerprint material in order to take a fingerprint. Not for any legal requirement, not so we can use this in a court of law, although quite frankly this is probably something we should refer to HR. But we went through that entire fucking rigmarole to achieve the exact same effect that would have happened if we just hadn't bothered. Yeah, it's that kind of game, guys. Strap in. Right, so, what I now need is the flask. Nope, okay, I would like... Oh, okay, I just take the ethanol, okay. The entire bottle. Let's make ourselves a little cocktail. Ah, lovely. I'm sure no one will mind that's all fucking missing. Can I return this? That seems like a... Oh, there we go. I can actually put it back. Okay, I at least tidy up after myself when I'm flagrantly breaching the rules of conduct in this fucking police station. Then again, everyone else seems to be doing it as well. It makes Brooklyn Nine-Nine seem like the fucking Bill. Right, so now let's go and give some alcohol to a homeless guy and then take his change so we can make a collect... God, the roundabout bullshit we're going through here. I could have solved this entire problem by going, right, that's the extension for that guy's office. Cool, I'm going to go back to my office, pick up the phone that's on my fucking desk and call him. But no, we had to take the guy's empty flask, find some apple juice that was lying around in one of my drawers, go into the lab, clean off the bottles, then ask the lab assistant what kind of alcohol can get me shit-faced, drink medical grade alcohol, wake up, go and fingerprint the particular bottle required, pour the fucking alcohol into a flask with the apple juice, just so I can go over to the homeless person, get the change off of him, so I can go into a phone booth and make the call. You see how this game is really inventing shit for me to get fucking frustrated by? Christ. Right. It's your lucky day, Satchmo. You're about to get fucking bluted. On the plus side... oh dear, right. Fucking, here you go.
I've got something for you. Apple schnapps from Detective Halligan's home distillery. My own brand. Would you like to have a taste?
You serious? All right, pal. I'm as dry as the bottom of a parrot's cage.
Why don't you drink it all? I don't mind. And
Jesus
it's a cracker,
Christ.
I can tell you.
Cheers, mister.
Cheers.
And then he fucking died. I have a feeling he is asleep. And now I shall stand on his hat and take his coins. Yep, there we go. 60p. All of that bullshit for 60p to put in a fucking phone booth. I'm not disappointed, necessarily, because, I mean, you've got to find shit to keep the character interested. But my suspension of disbelief can really only go so far. That was fucking astonishing. Oh, no. Okay, hang on a second, right. This... that... and the coins.
What shall I pay for? Let's see if the phone number of the museum is listed in here.
If I'm going to remember this number, I'm going to have a bad time. I need a pen. I need a pen.
Museum of African
Pencil.
Studies, Museum of Ancient History. Here, Anthropological Museum. And the extension of Professor Turner? It's here. I've got it.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I don't have to write that down.
Hello?
Cool.
Hello, who's that?
Who am I speaking to?
Yeah, Detective Halligan from Scotland Yard.
This is Detective Halligan from Scotland Yard.
Scotland Yard? What can I do for you?
I need to speak to Professor Turner. Doesn't he work at the museum?
Yes, but he's away on business.
Piss.
Look, miss. What was your name?
Goodbye, Mr. Halligan.
She's hung up.
Was that really it? Was that really it? Are you fucking serious?
I can't hear any dialing tone.
No, I just want to...
I can't hear any dialing tone.
Oh my god.
Hello?
Hello, it's me again, Detective Halligan.
I told you, Professor Turner isn't here.
Yes, but
Detective, I'm very busy. Please call again in 8 weeks.
I...
What?
Hung up again.
I do all of this shit and you spit in my face. You actually spit in my fucking face. You are beyond fucking with me.
Hello?
Hello, it's me again, Detective Halligan.
I told you, Professor Turner isn't here.
Yes, but
Detective, I'm very busy. Please call again in 8 weeks.
I... She's hung up again.
I'm nearly swallowing my own fucking top lip with the face I'm pulling right now. Fucking hell. Okay. That achieved so fucking little, it's making me want to cry. Oh my god, okay. Let's go back to Scotland Yard and... talk with the science bloke again and go, no, he's absolutely positively fucking gone. Or has he... Oh, no, he's back. Yeah, thank you for fucking roofing me, you wanker.
Well, Brent, still got a headache?
Don't ask, Chris.
Have you managed to contact Professor Turner?
Yeah, I phoned him, but he wasn't in.
Not in?
He's on an expedition. I just talked to some woman who works there.
With his extension number?
Yes, exactly.
Well, Halligan, that was probably his daughter Melanie.
Well, Melanie's a bitch.
She works in the museum as well. My friend told me a lot about her. He used to be really keen on her.
So, Professor Turner has a daughter. Thanks, Chris. I think that'll help me.
Will it? Oh, okay, sure. That will help, somehow. I guess I can have a chat with... I mean, what do I do now? No. Can't do anything here until I've got some scissors so I can cut that. Let me just go and double check my fucking colleague and see if he's decided to free up and liberate his scissors. Nope. Well, let's have a look anyway.
Hey, I've had enough. Get your paws off my scissors, will you?
I'll eat a dick. No, you're about as useless as a fucking chocolate teapot. Let's have a quick chat. Oh, wait a second. No, wrong room. God damn it, I would really like it if there was a bit more of an obvious highlight for precisely what area, which room is which, but I suppose memorising things would be probably a smarter idea for me. Alright, well, see if we can have a chat with Janet.
Hello, Janet. It's me again.
I can see that. What is it? Have you forgotten something again?
Well, actually, no. I just thought I'd drop in.
Just do me a favour, Brent, and don't keep me from doing my work all the time.
Alright. End conversation. Christ, okay, well, fucked if I know then. He says, this will come in useful. I don't know how. Halligan, could you not? Yeah, okay, thank you. Right, so... Pretty sure I've done all I can here. Right, so...
Ladies' clothes don't suit me.
Are you sure? That flashing back isn't doing you any favours. Alright, let's go back to my office again. So, I now know that the Professor has a daughter. That's cool. That's really not helping me in any kind of meaningful way, though.
I'd better leave that here. I never use the receiver. That thing is just too heavy. Using the loudspeaker is much more comfortable. I won't find anything I could make use of now in there. I can find my way without a map. I know my way around well enough. That one is wet. Anyway, I'm already wearing a coat.
Okay, so... where else is there for me to go? I've checked in... I mean, I suppose I could have a chat with the Chief and see if he's got anything to say. I sincerely doubt it, though.
Chief?
What is it now, Halligan?
Look, I'm fucking working on this shit, but no one's helping me.
Okay, I'm going. Sorry, sir.
Good goddamn. Okay, right. I may have to refer to a guide, because I really don't know what the game is trying to insinuate here.
These files are secret.
I mean, they're right there.
Chief's shelves are definitely tidier than mine. The duty roster.
Right, well, give me a second. I'm going to pull out a tablet and check the fucking guide again. This game can fuck itself. Right. So it turns out that now that I know that her name is Melanie, I can call her and she will actually listen. I'm not entirely certain why that in particular will keep her on the phone, but okay, fine. If I say her true name, I guess I've got her fucking soulbound or something. Is she a demon? I'm making about as much sense as everything else. Right, back to the phone, but also I'm amazed my 60p is stretching this far. Holy shit. I suppose because it's only next door.
You can't get through like that.
Oh, unless I just follow your absolutely Byzantine fucking rules and regulations are not going to achieve
this
anything.
is Halligan again. Please don't hang up, Miss Turner.
How do you know my name, Mr. Halligan?
Chris Hecker told me that Professor Turner's your father.
Yes, that's true.
What do you do at the museum?
I'm an anthropologist.
The same as your father.
Yes?
Miss Turner, do you think you could help me?
That depends. What's the trouble?
I found a bone that I've had examined at the lab.
A bone? A human bone?
Yes, of course. It belonged to a murder victim.
Murder? How awful.
The bone is from the body of one of the victims of the skeleton murders. I take it you've read about them?
Oh, good heavens, yes. What can I do for you?
Couldn't we discuss that inside?
Certainly. Come on over. I'll let you in.
Fucking hell. Okay, well, at the very least that's been achieved. Yo, what's up, motherfucker? Time to learn about some bones. Also, are you wearing overalls? Is that just the distance? Oh, hi.
Mr. Halligan?
Yes, that's right. Hello, Miss Turner. Nice to meet you. Thank you for taking the time.
No problem. We're closed anyway. The museum is being refurbished.
It's not easy to get in touch with you. I was close to giving up.
Oh, you mean because of the phone call? I'm really sorry. I do sometimes tend to be rather short on the phone.
I noticed.
You know, I get unpleasant calls sometimes, and that's why I'm a bit suspicious.
I see. Well, I finally got in touch with you.
Would you like to come in? Would you like a cup of coffee or anything else?
No, thanks.
Mr. Halligan, how may I help you?
As I said, I'm working on the skeleton murders. We found another victim in Epping Forest. All the evidence points to the same culprit as in the other cases. The corpse was completely skeletonized. Professional work.
That's horrible. But how can I help you?
My colleague Chris Hecker of the Forensic Lab has already had a look at the bones. He thought that your father could perhaps carry out some additional tests. He is a renowned expert, after all.
Yes, he could do that. But as I said, my father isn't here.
I know, but it is very urgent. Perhaps you could have a look?
You say you've got some of the bones with you?
Yes, just one. Here.
Halligan, don't whip your bone out. Ah.
This is a femur.
Yes, that's what Chris Hecker said as well.
It will take some time, Mr. Halligan. Could you wait a moment?
Fuck it. Explanations.
I would like to ask you some questions about your work, just out of interest.
I like this. I like this kind of cheap, massive attack style lo-fi beat they're going with. Nice.
What are all these strange things here in your lab?
They're things my father and I have brought back from various expeditions. They have to be catalogued, will then become part of the permanent exhibition of our museum. Some things are personal presents. We keep those, of course.
You see quite a lot of the world, don't you?
Yes, that's part of my job.
What's your father's current research project?
He's in Kenya studying initiation rituals.
What?
The rituals carried out when the childhoods of boys and girls end and they're admitted to the circle of adults.
You know, Harrigan, eventually you will also be admitted to the circle of adults along with the rest of New Scotland Yard, because at the moment you're a fucking daycare centre.
How long have you been working here?
Several years. My father helped me to get the job here at the museum.
Connections are indispensable nowadays, aren't they?
I was the most qualified applicant. But it's not easy to gain acceptance with the old boys of the museum's board when you're a woman. You have to be at least twice as good as the best male applicant.
And you were?
Of course I was. It's been decided that I'll be the head of the museum as soon as my father retires.
When will that be?
In 5 years?
Then you will have achieved a lot for someone your age.
How old do you think I am?
I'd say 29.
Exactly.
I mean, that was a brave fucking gambit. When a woman asks how old she is, generally speaking, lowball it. Don't try and hit it dead on.
What's your research field?
I specialise in sacrificial rites.
Sacrificial rites? That's an unusual research field for a young woman.
Do you think so? I don't think you should divide preferred science fields for men or women, Mr. Halligan.
No, I didn't mean it like that. I just think that you must have to do with death all the time if you research sacrifices.
Death is part of our existence, Mr. Halligan. In all cultures, all around the world.
You're telling me. If you take it like that, we are almost like colleagues.
Maybe. But it's not my job to put people in jail. I document the sacrificial rites of different cultures in order to help create a better mutual understanding.
What is there to be understood about murder?
I'm not saying that I approve of everything I research, Mr. Halligan, but in foreign cultures, not all sacrificial rites are regarded as murder. Most cultures sacrifice animals or plants, and they do so for religious reasons. Human sacrifices don't exist anywhere in the world at present. They're a thing of the past.
Well, I mean... spoilers.
That was very interesting. Thank you, Miss Turner.
Not at all. I like talking about it. I'm often alone here with my work. It feels good to be able to chat. But now I'll have a look at that bone you brought.
Good.
I'll just float on the edge of this chair. Oh, shit, okay, I'm here. Oh, fuck, I'm controlling her, nice.
This is from Easter Island. Very mysterious.
Oh, nice, I've got all this
A
shit.
small Greek statue. A death mask. In the Sudan, they put masks like these on warriors who died while hunting.
I mean, this is somewhat interesting.
This mask is worn for New Year's celebrations in New Guinea.
Oh my god, this month... Look at that
I
shit!
got this mask in Central Africa. They wear them for rites that are supposed to cure diseases. Their witch doctors use them to drive away evil spirits.
I mean, if I was an evil spirit and I saw that coming at me, I'd fucking leave too. Jesus!
A Mexican god. He's obviously hungry, and only human sacrifices will satisfy him.
He seems extremely holy. I realised I couldn't do a rim shot, so I just hit the desk twice and slapped myself in the side of the head. That feels like most of this game, to be honest.
This Greek vase was given to us by a local resident. She thought the museum would be interested in it, but it's just a cheap imitation from a junk shop. It says made in Hong Kong on the bottom.
What a fucking idiot. I shouldn't laugh at these because these are clearly actual historical representations of other cultures' masks, but just that face, just that...
I'd like to know how my father got hold of this silver mask from Kenya. Masks like this one are worn by tribal chieftains for initiation ceremonies.
Anything else? Anything else? Ooh.
A small statue.
Fascinating. Cool. That apparently was really just there to look interesting. Fine. What have we got to fuck around with here? Why do you wobble around so much? God damn. Oh, look, you get the same methanol and shit as everyone else.
Father's distiller.
Why is everyone distilling stuff?
There's methanol in there. It's sometimes used to clean up relics.
Can I take... Okay, so I've got the bone. I'm assuming what I'm going to need to do here is put the bone somewhere.
These are pieces of very old statues. It's not easy to put them together.
Cool, so one can only imagine... Oh, a sink.
The wash basin.
Well, that was pointless.
The wash basin. The wash basin. The wash basin. The wash basin.
I'm a child!
Father hates it when I use up all his chemicals. Father hates 2 bottles of developer.
Ah, developer, okay. So, for some reason, it never seems to be particularly specific when you're interacting with something and when you're describing what you're seeing. Forbidden Archaeology's Impact, Michaela Kramer.
Forbidden Archaeologies, my favourite. Excellent research. Very mysterious. Forbidden Archaeology.
No, never mind. Oh, shit. Shit, this girl's packing. Holy shit.
Pieces of broken vessels. Antique muzzle-loader pistols.
Ooh, got some fucking vicious-looking shit here.
Sickles from England. It could be a Celtic artefact, but we haven't been able to date it yet.
Ah, right. So this is going to be how we ID precisely how the flesh was taken from the bone. Is that Fairbairn Sykes?
That's a stiletto from the late Roman era.
Are you sure? No, I suppose the Fairbairn Sykes was a bit longer. And had because didn't the Fairbairn Sykes actually have a flat tip? Am I remembering that wrong? No, it did have a pointy tip because it was a thrusting weapon. Ah, no, sorry, when I'm saying Fairbairn Sykes, it was a knife developed for World War II, to be used by paratroopers and other clandestine units, and it was intended basically to slip between ribs. You wouldn't really use it for, it wasn't like a K-bar the Americans used where you can actually, use it in full-blown, hand-to-hand combat. The Fairbairn Sykes was the sort of thing you just stuck in someone's, just under their, 4th or 5th rib and just into the lung or into the heart or into the side of the neck. Yeah, sorry, I don't know why that... For some reason I'm just talking about shit I know, never mind. Right. Let's get over here and see what we can look at. Oh, a thing. Apparently I have absolutely no opinion on this. That's cool.